Now, let me talk about its structure for a minute, the structure of a job to be done. At the bottom level is the basic foundation in the architecture of a job to be done, which is, what are they trying to accomplish? And every job has a functional, an emotional, and a social dimension to the job. If you understand what the job is, then on top of that, you can ask the next question, which is, all right, so if that's the job, what are all of the experiences in purchase and use that we need to provide the customer so that these will sum up to nailing the job perfectly? And if you know the experiences you have to provide, you can ask the next question, which is, now what do we need to integrate, and how do we need to integrate them so that we can provide the experiences required to get the job done? And when you go through this logic, you find that your customers can't compete. In fact, they can't even copy what you do. So let me do an experiment. Our son Michael is the 3 of our 5 children. Unfortunately, went out to Stanford to do his doctorate. And after he'd been there for about a week, he called us up and he said, "Mom and Dad, I found my new apartment and I have to furnish my apartment tomorrow." When I say that, I need to furnish my place tomorrow, is there a name of a retailer that just pops into your mind? Seriously. IKEA, right? How many of you by hand realized IKEA when you realized this job to be done? Isn't that interesting? IKEA has no competitors. They have been rolling out their business model around the world for at least 40 years, and they have nobody who competes against them. Nobody. And it's not that they have secrets. Anybody can go in and watch anything you want to watch. You can buy any of their products. You can reverse engineer and copy them exactly. It's not that there's no money in it. Their owner is the 3rd richest person in the world. And yet, nobody has copied IKEA. And my sense is that competitors can copy your product very easily. 40 years ago, IKEA sold crummy furniture, and today they still sell crummy furniture. But it's in this interaction between the experiences that they provide us in purchase and use and the way they integrate in order to provide those experiences, that's the location where it's really hard to be copied. Are there many retailers called Whole Foods? Does that ring a bell? This is a retailer in America that sell whole foods or natural foods. And they're in a very similar situation. Anybody can sell their products, but the experiences that they provide and the way they integrate them means that they have no competitors. And in particular, they can't get disrupted. The people who buy at Whole Foods are what we call politically on the left-hand side of the spectrum, Democrats. And they've got the ambiance there attracts Democrats. But they have no competitors. And it's the same thing that exists here, not down there. And so the next thing, Henri, to want to be sure that you're successful at innovating, is you got to understood, is there a job there needing to get done? And then can I create an architecture like this to nail the job perfectly? The nice thing about a job is that it transforms what seems to be a very unpredictable, fast-paced business into something that is very predictable. And in your business, you're in a cycle race, but if you understand the job, it's a very stable industry, just like IKEA is a stable business.